Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Iris, and today I thought I'd share with you on how to make this delicious pie. Actually was originally, from what I'm told, in Ireland about the 1400th. I was actually educated by my friend Robert, that's also just so happened to be Irish. And a lot of people have the tendency to refer to the meal as cottage pie. As shepherd's pie. But in reality, according to him and the tradition is that shepherd's pie is actually made with lamb's meat, whereas the cottage pie is the one that is made with beef. Back in the 1400th, the shepherds used to go and kill their stock, kill their sheep, and the leftovers, the wife would take the leftovers and create different meals with them. One of the meals that they created was this delicious, fantastic meal that today it is known as cottage pie or shepherd's pie. Back then, people struggled just like we struggle now, and little did the women know back then. And I have to emphasize how wonderful and creative women can be to be giving something as a leftover, and on the other hand, she will create this fantastic meal. And like I said, little do they know that this was going to be such a great and big success and a well-known meal around America and all other areas of our world. So anyway, join me today. Hopefully my video is short and I won't bore you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be bringing you some other delicious recipes that I would love to share with you. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get baking. Alright guys, what I have here is a bag of green peas mixed with carrots, and I also have about 2.5 pounds of ground beef, and we're going to go ahead and put that on the stove, on the skillet, and we're going to let it simmer. We're going to let it cook for about 20 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to start our other ingredients, and hopefully, like I said, the video will be short. So here's our bag of mixture of green peas and carrots, and we're going to go ahead and cut that bag open. And I'm just going to estimate it. I'm going to estimate it maybe 2 cups or 2.5. I do have a big family, and I want to make a large enough pie to feed everyone. Okay, so what I have here is a couple of garlic cloves. Forgive me for banging. I see the camera is actually moving along with it. But we're going to take those garlics and we're going to cut them in little pieces, because we're going to use what we call el pilon, and we're going to mash them because we're going to incorporate that into the meat. And again, go ahead and cut them into little pieces. Make it easier to mash. And for the sake of the video, I actually fast forward. You're going to need some Philadelphia cream cheese or any other cream cheese. And I also going to show you later that also in there I actually had a little cube of beef flavor. We're going to use some Parmesan cheese. And here are my potatoes. They're all been cut and chopped in pieces, and I'm just getting rid of some of the skin that might have been left over. And even though it's going to be boiled, I am going to rinse it a couple of times. So bear with me, guys. And again, I'm just getting rid of any of the skin that might have been left over while I rinsed them. We want to use every little thing. So those two pieces are going to matter. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let it. Okay. So here's our potatoes. Nice clean water. Maybe that's a little bit too much water. Let's get rid of some. And we're going to put that on the stove. You could put it on medium high. Okay, so what I have here is another frozen bag of peppers and onions, and this actually is a fantastic. It is meant for stir fry, but I often buy it and I use it here. And it's a mixture of red peppers, green peppers, and onions. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut those in small pieces. And let me rinse those so that they could get a little soft for me to cut them. Okay, so we're going to begin to cut them. For the sake of the video, we're going to fast forward it. And all done. And now I had one small onion chopped in pieces. I'm going to go ahead and mix it together because I love onions. Okay, so what I just showed you is the beef cube that I'm going to add to the mixture to give it some additional flavor of beef. Now there's many brands out there. I'm not even sure which brand this is, to be honest, but it works. I've taken it before and it's good. Now this is a Puerto Rico mixture of all kinds of spices and special leaves, and I'm just gonna add about a tablespoon of it because I already have the peppers and onions and all the other stuff, but we can't. This is our Latin twist. We have to use it, even if it is a little bit. And like I said, you can use it for many dishes. So we're gonna go ahead and add the garlic that we mashed before. And garlic is actually very good for you. It's even an anti-inflammatory. But we just love the flavor of it. Who doesn't like garlic? Come on. Oh, this smells so wonderful. I wish I could also send you the fragrance and the aroma of all these special herbs and spices. Okay, so what I have here is 2 cups of water, and we're going to add 3 tablespoons of flour. And this is going to be a thickening mixture. It's going to give the meat a nice honey consistency. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to get a fork in order for me to mix it right. I think it's going to work better. So I'm going to stir. Stir, stir, stir. Bear with me, guys. Almost done. Now what I have here is a little envelope that we call Sazon Goya. And it is a remarkable product. It's actually going to give our food a little color. And now I'm adding 3 tablespoons of ketchup. And you can add 3 to 4 or whatever you like. As you can see, we have no tomato sauce. This is going to be enough. I actually going to go ahead and add the 4. And we're going to mix a couple of more minutes. Fantastic. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add a little pepper. You don't have to, but I like the flavors. Just a little bit. And again, we're going to stir. And we want this meat to get a little brown. So, in between, you know, you can fix your other products. That tastes delicious. Okay, so we're going to lower it a little bit. It's actually a medium high. And we're going to go ahead and add a liquid mixture. And again, this is to give it a nice honey consistency, so that when we put it at the bottom of the pie, it doesn't fall apart. So you want to leave it long enough for it to get nice and thick. Alright, what I have here is an aluminum casserole, or whatever you want to call it. I was going to use a glass, but you know what? Why clean dishes? So we're going to go ahead and add our wonderful meat mixture. We're going to spread that evenly on the plate. And try not to get too much of the liquid. Potatoes are done. And again, let me get some of the liquid out. I don't want too much liquid on them. I think that should do it. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little more. You don't want to waste it. So we're going to head and start adding our peas and carrots. And you want to add that, you want to spread it out evenly on top of the meat. Look at those colors, aren't they wonderful? Just let me clean some of this clutter, and we're going to put that aside, and we are going to begin with our potatoes. I had already mashed them earlier, so I'm just going to mash them a little more. And like I said, I used about 9, maybe 10 potatoes. Like I said, I have a large crowd. So I'm going to go ahead and take out a couple of them, a little bit out. I think it might be a little bit too much. It's not going to go to waste. We could always use it later. And then we get a spoon because we are going to start adding our butter. And I'm going to take 3 very large tablespoons of butter. You can put less if you like, but I love butter, especially on my potatoes. And we're going to mix it. Let me get another spoon. Sorry guys, I'm coming. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and add 3 nice big tablespoons of our cream cheese to our wonderful potatoes. And we are going to stir them in there. Make sure they melt. We're going to add a little bit of salt. And go ahead and make them, the potatoes, the mashed potatoes, any way you're used to making them, because that's exactly what it is, mashed potatoes. And we're going to just put it over our meat and vegetables. That's why I always say this reminds me of a lasagna, because you're actually building layers. And again, to those women that created it, it is an amazing dish. Okay, now I have 2 eggs. We're going to go ahead and crack those. Now we're going to take a fork and we're going to beat them, because we're going to add this to our potato mixture, and this is going to allow for the potatoes to hold its shape while it's being cooked. Like I said, I don't want to have a big mess. I want it to hold together, and it'll also give it a nice color. So go ahead and add to the mixture and incorporate it in there. They are so nice and smooth. Sorry for the camera, guys. I keep forgetting and I make a mess. I'm also adding just a large spoon of milk. We're adding a little salt. And let me make some room. So we're going to start building our pie. This is the last step. And we just want to add nice big chunks on top. Spread it out. Try to spread it out evenly. And as you can see, this is why it reminds me of lasagna, because you are building 3 layers. We're gonna go ahead and use as much as we can. And I'm just taking out some of this potato skin that didn't quite was able to get out. Actually, this is my friend Robert is the one that peeled the potatoes. So I put him to work, and he's such a wonderful guy. I told him, do you want to be in the video? Absolutely not. But that's okay, my friend, my baby. Anyway, back to the potatoes. We're almost done here. I want to bring you a little closer because this is the final step. And we're going to go ahead and add our Parmesan cheese. And we're just going to sprinkle over our wonderful potato. And I love the cheese, so I'm adding a very generous amount. And we're going to add again a little pepper on top. And this is just to give it color. Like I said, you don't have to use so much of the ingredients. And we're going to add our sazon, Goya. A little color on the top. And I think this is like the cherry on the cake, guys. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. And that's it. We're gonna put it into the oven. Okay. Subscribe. Please like. Bye-bye.